Welcome to the Dream Philly podcast, where we provide sports analysis and insight on your favorite sports team. We're going to jump right into things with the Philadelphia 76ers. They play tonight at 7:30 p.m. against the Brooklyn Nets, and they look to get back on track. They had a horrible game the other night when they faced off against Orlando at home, losing by over 40 points. And where do we start? I mean, things were just not clicking. Orlando played with more cohesiveness. They played with more energy, and they just look like the better team. It looks like we just got completely outcoached. Now we are dealing with a host of injuries, but the lack of effort is the thing. Regardless, we should always play with a lot of energy, and some of our guys did, but as a team, we look like we lacked a lot of energy. So. Orlando sharpshooter Anthony Black scored over 27 in the first half. I mean, he looked like the next coming of LeBron. And basically, he had a lot of wide open jumpers. He was allowed to just drive into the lane, and he dunked on us a few times. I mean, it was just horrible to watch. But since I'm a Sixers fan, I had to watch it because I want to report on what we can do to get better. One thing that's been understated is the loss of Kelly Oubre. I know when he initially got injured, they said he would be out for 2 weeks. It's been about a week now, so hopefully by next week he'll be back. But Kelly Oubre was averaging 17 points a game, 5 rebounds, shooting 50% from the field, and that's something that's sorely missed. We definitely need him. Against Orlando, we only had 2 offensive rebounds in the first half. And that's a recipe for disaster. If you cannot rebound the ball, you're not going to win. And hopefully, we're supposed to get Adem Bona back this evening. So hopefully he's able to crash the offensive glass and help Andre Drummond out. Andre Drummond has been a rebounding machine on a defensive end, but on the offensive end, only two rebounds in the first half of that Orlando matchup, and that spells disaster. Also, Sixers were outscored in that game, 30-48 in the paint. We have to be able to. We can't just rely on the outshot shot, especially when it's not falling. We need to be slashing to the hole. More guys need to be just driving to the hole. And I mean, even if you don't score the shot, there's a great likelihood that you're going to get fouled. So definitely we need to capitalize on going to the cup a lot more and not relying just on an outshot jumper or just a three-pointer when it's not falling. So 7:30 tonight at Brooklyn. Hopefully we can get back on the winning track. This segment is brought to you in part by H&K 215 Outfitters Melanin Collection. H&K 215 Outfitters is your go-to source for styles influenced by the latest fashion with added flair. They aim to inspire their customers to be the best version of themselves and to be confident in their own skin. And of course, their outfits. Visit H&K 215 Outfitters. So now we're going to focus our attention on a big game coming up. All Philadelphia fans, I know you're getting ready for this at 3:30 Eastern time. Our own Philadelphia Eagles we will face off against the Chicago Bears, and hopefully we can get it done. One of the things leading up to this game this week, we were hoping for a change at offensive coordinator with Kevin Patullo. Really bland offense, really stale, and we got the same personnel for the most part, from last year. Some injuries along the offensive line. We got the same personnel. There's no reason that we should be struggling to score this much. So, but they've opted to stick with Kevin Patullo. But there's some things we can control. And in our last game against the Dallas Cowboys, we struggled with a lot of just penalties that just hurt us really bad. Also, we have to take care of the ball. We had some fumbles, giveaways. So those are things we need to rectify and take care of today if we're going to beat the Chicago Bears. Saquon Barkley, he hasn't been running the ball efficiently this year. Just over 2 yards per carry. That's not going to get it done, of course. But we have Tank Bigsby, and we have him for a reason. He needs to be utilized a lot more. He only got one carry against the Dallas Cowboys. That's unacceptable. I feel like he needs to be at this point. He needs to be sharing the load and at least getting 1/3 of the carries. We don't have anything to lose because right now in our running game is non-existent, and something needs to change. Um, so also, I've already spoke about limiting our penalties. Punt return, that punt return against the Dallas Cowboys where we lost the ball with about 6 minutes to go in the game. That was a crucial turning point of the game, backbreaker. But we have Britton Covey um, that I feel like we need to be able to utilize. In 2023, Britton Covey, he led the league in yardage on punt returns. And we have him on our practice squad. Xavier Xavier Gipson, he is dealing with an injury. I'm assuming it was after that big hit. So why not call up Britton Covey? Give him an opportunity. I'm pretty sure he's hungry. Just been on the practice squad all year. He needs to be called up, put in, and I feel like we should be able to get some positive results from him. A lot better than Gibson gave us. So hopefully that's something we can do. Also, Dallas Goedert. He was only had 2 receptions. The ball was only thrown his way twice. He caught both of those receptions. Why aren't we utilizing him more? Especially when we get stagnant on third downs, we can move the chains. I mean, the offensive line is not as strong as it used to. That means they're getting to Jalen a lot quicker. If Dallas Goedert is running 8, 10-yard routes, we'll move the chains. So we need to get the ball to him at least 8 to 10 times a game. They did a really good job of getting the ball to our wide receivers, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. They collectively had 199 yards receiving. That needs to continue, but let's get Dallas Goedert the ball. And I feel like we can do a lot more offensively when he's involved in a game. Defensively, I feel like our front 4 or 5, they're going to do the job. We definitely got to get pressure on Caleb Williams. His completion rate is only 59.2%, which is not great. And so I feel like if we can pressure him, don't necessarily have to get home on sacks. The more sacks, which would be phenomenal. But as long as we are pressuring him, forcing him to release the ball a lot sooner than he would like, I feel like he will continue to be inefficient around that 59.2% or even lower. And that will spell success for us. So pressuring Caleb Williams is definitely going to be necessary today. Kickoffs today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'd love for you to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you next time. Peace.